So welcome to everybody to the red carpet here at the 68th Cannes Film Festival. We are here for a Chinese film in competition by JIA Zhang-Ke. The title is Mountains May Depart. There are a lot of people here at the bottom of the red carpet. At the moment, we can see the crew from a film, I Am a Soldier. It's in Un Certain Regard, starring Louise Bourgoin and Anne Benoit, directed by Laurent Larivière. It's also starring Jean-Hugues Anglade. It's called I Am a Soldier. There's an official screening in the Debussy movie theatre here. It's called I Am a Soldier, the first feature film directed by Laurent Larivière. So this film is competing for the Caméra d'Or, the golden camera. The entire crew is here, including Dominique Besnière, one of the producers. We're on the red carpet waiting for the crew from the film Mountains May Depart, directed by JIA Zhang-Ke. Thierry Frémaux, meanwhile, is greeting somebody.
Voilà donc, je n'ai pas le retour, je ne peux pas trop vous dire ce qui se passe là-haut. Mais donc parlons de Mountains May Depart.
So let's talk about the film Mountains May Depart by JIA Zhang-Ke. It's the second film in competition of the day. The other one was Youth, directed by Paolo Sorrentino. How can I sum up this Chinese story? Well, it takes place in China. There are three friends. Oh, Raman Sissako is with us. How are you this evening? How's everything going with the Cine Foundation jury? Well, we started this afternoon. The jury is magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. Everything's going very, very smoothly. What is the Cine Foundation? Well, the Cine Foundation screens graduation films from schools all over the world, in the States, in Europe. Are they short or feature films? They're short films. They last about 15 minutes. How many films do you have to judge? About 20. That's the Cine Foundation. Those are the graduation films, and there are also short films. There's a short film competition, and there are about 15 short films for us to judge. What a responsibility you have, Abdurrahman Sissako. Well, it's not a heavy weight. I think those who are showing their films here have already won a huge amount, because being here is a wonderful showcase. And as a jury, we discover these films, we share our points of view, we try to be as fair as possible. We're quite indulgent because a short film is a first step on a career, so you have to be indulgent. So it's not a difficult task. And who have you brought along here with you? Are these all the directors of the graduation films? Some of them are here with me. Thank you very much, Abdurrahman Sissako. He made Timbuktu, of course, and this year he is president of the Cine Foundation and Short Film Jury. Meanwhile, Sophie Marceau is on the red carpet. She's in the jury this year.
Sophie Marceau, qui revient.
Et pourtant, nous sommes très heureux d'accueillir l'équipe qui vient présenter Marius.
We've seen Sophie here every evening so far.
Sophie Marceau à l'image. Sophie Marceau qui a dû bien apprécier Youth, parce que dans Youth,
I think she will have liked a touch in the song Youth, because one of the songs which is played in that film was featured in one of her first films.
Sont réunis Harvey Keitel et Michael Caine.
In the film Youth, starring Michael Caine, the action takes place in a very high-class spa.
Mountains May Depart.
For the Chinese film we're going to be welcoming this evening, the action takes place in China.
Donc trois périodes.
Mountains May Depart. 3 periods in time. Three protagonists, a girl, two boys. The girl has to choose between the boys. She chooses one, has a child, and then we see them all 11 years later and learn what has happened to all three characters, and then we see them once again 10 years further down the line. So the film takes us from the past to the present into the future. The writing is fabulous, the structure of the film is very creative. So we have the jury of the Cine Foundation, Cécile de France, is among them, Rebecca Zlotowski.
Dont on a annoncé le prochain projet.
Rebecca Zlotowski is working on a new film
Nathalie Portman.
starring Natalie Portman.
La fille de Johnny Depp.
And Johnny Depp's daughter that he had with Vanessa Paradise. And the president of the Cine Foundation and short film jury is Abderrahmane Sissako. He's from Mauritania, and his film was a prize winner here at the film festival.
Alors que JIA Zhang-Ke nous rejoint.
JIA Zhang-Ke is drawing up now in the official car, so he'll be with us very soon.
Bonsoir, how are you? In English, On va attendre le traducteur qui va nous donner un petit coup de main pour
We'll wait until the translator gets here. Good evening, how are you?
Il s'est passé beaucoup de choses autour de
Such a lot.
a touch of scene when the movie was showing here. Does he expect the same kind of reaction on Mountains Meaty Park?
他说那个就是全越电影是在这里发展
非常期待这个《山河故人》能够给观众带来共鸣，因为这部影片是一个讲述26年时间的一个女人的情感故事。这些情感我们每个人都经历过，所以我非常期待今天晚上观众的反应。
So he's expecting a good feedback from the audience because for him it's an important film. It's about the sentimental journey of a woman during her 26th year of life.
Vous nous rejoignez. Bonsoir. Traductrice en français, donc c'est ça. Le film est assez fort parce qu'il raconte
It's a strong
longue
film.
période.
It describes a long period, which is the past, present, and
La
future.
morale du film, c'est que les choses ne changent pas.
Is the moral of the story that things
Est-ce que vous êtes
don't
d'accord avec
really
ça?
ever change?
那就最终你要告诉我们，事实上很多事情就不会改变的，一直在不会变。
对，因为我觉得我们每个人都要面临很多生命里面的不能改变的事情，像中国哲学里所说的生老病死这些事儿。我只是想通过这个电影，让我们能够回到这个生命的本源，然后去思考我们应该怎么处理感情，怎么处理我们的生活。
Par ce film, je voudrais que les gens
In this film,
réfléchissent plus à tout ce qu'on peut
Or
faire
with
pour
this
essayer de
film,
faire
I want
évoluer
people to
tout ce
start
qui tourne autour
thinking
des
about
sentiments
what
entre
we
les
can
êtres
do
humains,
to
parce que finalement,
improve
l'essentiel,
everything
c'est
that's
quelque
happening
chose
with
peut-être qui ne
feelings
change
and
pas,
human
justement, c'est cette partie-là
beings.
qui ne change pas, c'est que l'être humain est confronté
The
à la
human
naissance,
being
à la
is
maladie, à la vieillesse et à la mort. Et à
Faced
partir
with
du moment où avec un peu
birth,
plus
life, death,
d'humilité, on
we
accepte
all
de
need to be a
revenir à
bit
ces
more
choses essentielles de la
humble
vie.
and get
Là,
back
on
to
est
the
confronté à
basic
des
things
choses qui
in
sont
life.
essentielles et qui ne bougent
We
pas.
are talking about things which are essential in life and which will always be there.
这部影片想拍有3-4年的时间了，因为我今年45岁，然后开始对过去的情感生活有一些时间距离带来的新的感受，所以这2年就是特别想把它拍出来。
Disons que c'est un film que j'ai eu envie de
This
faire déjà il y a
film
longtemps, un film
has
autour
been
des
in my
sentiments.
heart for a
Et
long
maintenant,
time,
je
a
suis
film
quelqu'un qui a
about
45 ans
feelings.
déjà, donc
I'm
j'ai une
45 years old now,
expérience de la
so I
vie,
have
disons que
some experience
les
in
choses
life.
sont mûres, le moment était venu pour moi de
The
réaliser ce
time
film.
is right for me to make this particular film. I've seen the film, it's wonderful, congratulations. We'll try and have a word with your crew, with your cast.
Bonsoir, bienvenue.
Good evening and welcome.
大家好，我是赵涛，很高兴再一次在戛纳电影节的红毯上和大家见面，非常非常开心。Merci beaucoup。
Bonsoir, je suis ZHAO Tao.
Good evening, I'm ZHAO Tao. I'm delighted to be here this evening, and I would like to say hello to everybody. What kind of director is ZHAO Zhang-Ke?
我觉得对我来说，他是一个非常专业、非常优秀、有着自己独特想法的一个电影导演。我想每一个演员都非常希望能够和蒋克导演合作。
For me, he's a very professional director. For us actors and actresses, it's a delight to work with him because he is so professional. A Touch of Sin was a huge success here in France and around the world as well. I don't know how it was received in China. Is that a problem, or does that encourage you to want to work with him even more?
那对你们来说，这是一个很大的问题吗？
我觉得不是一个问题，因为我们已经把这个电影拍完了。我觉得只是一个时间性的一个问题，不是一个重要的问题。
It's a question of time. For us, the important thing is to have completed this particular project, and the future is before us. This is your 8th film together with ZHAO Zhang-Ke. Has he himself evolved as a filmmaker?
那贾樟柯这位导演，他有没有就是因为你跟他合作时间那么长，他有没有一直在发展？
对他有改变啊，每一部电影他有他自己的改变。这部电影导演最大的改变就是能够完全按照写好的剧本去拍戏，这对我来说是非常好的一个消息，也是非常好的一个工作的一个习惯，因为他给了我很长时间去想象人物、去理解人物、去做案头的工作，这是我非常喜欢的工作方式。
He is a director who has really evolved. For example, I noticed that for this particular film, he respected the screenplay word for word. And that gave me a lot of freedom to create within my role. It was the first time that things happened like that. Thank you very much for spending that time with us. We have ZHAO Zhang-Ke, ZHAO Tao, and all of the other members of the crew from the film Mountains May Depart.
Préparé pour eux. ZHAO Zhang-Ke, ZHAO Tao.
ZHAO Zhang-Ke, the director, ZHAO Tao, his
LIANG Jingdong,
favourite actress and his wife.
Sylvia Cheng aussi.
Sylvia Chang is also in the film.
Les deux à l'image.
You could see her on the screen, she's disappeared now.
ZHAO Zhang-Ke.
That was ZHAO Tao.
N'en est donc pas.
So there we have Sylvia Chang back on the screen.
Présenté ici. Touch of Sin était là en 2013.
ZHAO Zhang-Ke was in Cannes in 2013 in competition.
24 City aussi en 2008.
And he was also here in 2008 with a film called 24 City.
En 2002, il arrivait.
In 2002, he came with Unknown Pleasures.
On va gravir les marches du palais pour présenter donc le nouveau film de ZHAO Zhang-Ke.
Plaisirs inconnus. Alors que la montée des marches.
Now the red carpet ceremony is
Mountains
about
May Depart.
to begin for Mountains May Depart.
Et nous avons donc le plaisir de retrouver le réalisateur ZHAO Zhang-Ke sur le tapis rouge qui présente donc ce soir Mountains May Depart.
Et donc voilà devant les photographes, toute l'équipe de Mountains May
The whole
Depart.
crew from the film Mountains May Depart on the red carpet at the 68th Cannes Film Festival.
Accompagné de ses comédiens.
ZHAO Zhang-Ke, ZHAO Tao,
ZHAO Zhang-Ke, ZHAO Tao, ZHANG Yi, LIANG Jingdong, CHANG Sylvia, and Dong Zijang.
et le producteur du film.
And the producer of the film is also there, Shuzo Isayama, a Japanese producer.
JIA
Oui, et
Zhang-Ke,
dans le directeur photo.
dans I Wish I Knew.
Il apparaîtra un peu plus tard sur le tapis. Ce sont
And
des
the
stars en
director of
Chine.
photography is also somewhere on the red carpet this evening.
Avec
Chang
également
notamment.
LIANG Jingdong,
They are all stars in
Sur
China,
ZHAO Tao.
qui avant de devenir acteur
particularly
était
ZHAO Tao, the leading lady in the film.
décorateur des films de JIA Zhang-Ke. Il avait travaillé sur Still Life, Les Plaisirs Inconnus. Et nous allons découvrir à Cannes Zijang et Zhang Yi.
Toute l'équipe de Mountain may depart.
So we have the whole crew from the film Mountains
Il
May
a eu
Depart.
énormément de succès auprès de la presse.
The film is proving very popular with the trade
Longs
press.
applaudissements.
The
En
journalists
projection de presse,
applauded the film very enthusiastically.
le mettant tout en haut dans leurs pronostics.
And it ranks very highly in the chart of the top 10 films so far.
Le film de JIA Zhang-Ke. Qui se passe pas qui se passe dans une petite ville chinoise.
The action of the film takes place in a small Chinese town to start with.
Celui qui n'a pas
Then one of the men,
eu les faveurs de
the one that the leading lady does not select,
principal du film, qui habite dans la petite ville de Fenyang.
he leaves.
Va s'exiler. Et puis ensuite, un autre personnage va s'exiler.
Then a second character moves away, all the way to Australia.
3 endroits.
So the film takes place in 3 periods of time, 3 different places.
Évolue certes, mais
And the emotions evolve
tête de ces
through
montagnes
the
peuvent
film
bouger, mais pas si
at the speed of these mountains that may depart.
JIA Zhang-Ke accueilli par Thierry Frémaux, le délégué.
Thierry Frémaux, donc, qui reçoit
Thierry
JIA
Frémaux,
Zhang-Ke
as
et
usual,
les
is there
acteurs et
to
actrices
greet
de
the
Mountains
crew,
May Depart.
the director, and the cast
Palme
from
d'or pour la
Mountains
Chine,
May Depart.
peut-être, pourquoi pas.
Could
Parce que
China
le dernier
be
film
on the
était
way to a Palme d'Or?
pour épouse et concubine. Pour adieu,
It
ma
wouldn't be
concubine,
the
pardon,
first
adieu, ma
time.
concubine.
Adieu, Ma Concubine was one
On
winner.
entendait peut-être les applaudissements
in the
en bas par
past.
les producteurs, les techniciens et
The
l'entourage.
producers, the technicians from the team are all at the bottom of the steps there applauding the director and the
JIA Zhang-Ke
cast.
qui salue les photographes et les caméras. Et adieu ma concubine, c'était en
Farewell Concubine was in 1992.
Il avait partagé sa palme
And it shared the palm
avec le piano, me semble-t-il.
with
La leçon de piano, le Jane Campion, absolument.
the
leçon de
piano,
piano
the
de
Jane
Jane
Campion film
En 1992,
in 92
93, 92.
or 93, one or the other.
Jane Campion qui était présidente du jury
Jane
l'année dernière
Campion was president of the jury last year
et accordé sa palme d'or
and awarded the Golden Palm
à Winter Sleep,
to
le film
Winter
de
Sleep
Nuri Bilge Ceylan,
by Nuri Bilge Ceylan.
alors que nous allons rentrer avec l'équipe.
But this evening, we're here with the crew from Mountains May
S'avance
Depart.
dans la salle,
by
nous avons le
JIA
plaisir de retrouver
Zhang-Ke.
l'un des membres du jury du 68e Festival de Cannes, Guillermo del Toro.
Voilà donc toute l'équipe qui arrive dans
And they're
la salle.
making their way to the movie theatre.
Je vous laisse écouter l'ovation que le public réserve.
They'll be welcomed, I'm sure, with
JIA
an
Zhang-Ke.
ovation.
En bas des marches, Guillermo del
At the
Toro, ça dit,
bottom
vient d'arriver,
of
un
the
porte à
stairs, we
Guillermo.
have
Mais là,
Guillermo
devant les films.
del Toro. a jury member who's come to see the film, accompanied by his wife. He was here this morning for Youth, and Guillermo del Toro is back at 10 o'clock in the evening to see Mountains May Depart. I will go and see the film in the press screening. We'll have more to tell you all about that later on, of course. For the time being, let's see ZHAO Zhang-Ke and the crew from Mountains May Depart. They're settling down on row 1 in the Lumière movie theatre at the Festival Hall in Cannes.
Mountains May Depart
is about to be screened on the huge screen in the Lumière Theatre. Meanwhile, Guillermo del Toro is still here on your screen right now, climbing up the steps. Hurry up, Guillermo. The film is about to start. The jury members can see any of the screenings that they want to. Guillermo is going into the theatre. We, meanwhile, will wait here. We'll just go and stand where the photographers usually stand. And I'll just sit down for a moment, because in 2 hours, at about 1:45, we are going to be experiencing one of the highlights of this festival, one of the screenings which are the most keenly awaited, the film Love by Gaspard Noé in 3D. If you've seen any of the footage on internet, you know how scandalous the screening might be. You can experience the beginning of the ceremony with us here on TV Festival. Gaspard Noé and the whole crew will be on the red carpet. Before midnight, we'll be filming it all, talking to as many people as we can. 1:45, we'll be here. And if you want to find out more about Mountains May Depart, well, let's take another look at the press conference from this afternoon. And we'll be back at 1:45 on the red carpet for Love.